If your plan is for 1 year, plant rice. If by chance your plan is for 10 years, plant a tree. If your plan is for 100 years and it's tremendous, educate children. Oh my goodness, what do? We know that children, they have no money, but they are in a position with the right information plus choice to become a potential entrepreneur. My name is Amelia Pitanella Merchant, and I'm the president of the Global Entrepreneurship Week. Global Entrepreneurship Week, better known as GEW, aims to educate, motivate, and inspire the entire community. To all entrepreneurs and future entrepreneurs, congratulations. We are happy you chose the part of service to your community. The Global Entrepreneurship Week is a yearly event that takes place the third week in November. Among us today, we have the following guests. Honorable Prime Minister of Curso, Mr. Eugène Rugenaat. Honorable Prime Minister of Sint Maarten, Ms. Silveria Jacobs. Honorable Minister of Economic Development from Curso, Mr. Steven Martina. Honorable Commissioner of Economics, Mr. Elvis Chinaju. Chairman of the Global Entrepreneurship Network, Mr. Jeff Hoffman. President of the Global Entrepreneurship Week of the Dutch Caribbean, Ms. Eugenia Pitanella. And President of the Global Entrepreneurship Week in St. Maarten, Ms. Ife Badijo. Fellow team members, family, friends, and virtual guests, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you to the 6th GEW Week. 2020 has become known as the new normal. In papiamento, normal nobo. But we, the entrepreneurs of Friends of Global, want you to remember 2020 as business the unusual way. What's our team? I can hear you. Business the unusual way. Our first item on our program is the Anthem of Bonaire, St. Maarten, and Curso. With this in mind, I ask you please to stand for the anthem. So those present in the room with me, if you would please stand. And as the anthem plays, I invite you to pay keen attention to the various images.
Lantamos voz canta, grandeza vivo soy.
Your song is love.
nuestra honor y lealtad. Neskos na ibandera, unión de nos nación.
Nos vida loda poco paduna nos país, luchando unipa libertad, amor y comprensión.
Ora nostra leu folgas nos curta recordar. Curso solo y playa, orgullo de nosotros. Nada nos gloria, Creador, por tempo y sin fin.
Él así nos dijo,
Where over the world, say where, you find an island there, so lovely small, with nations free, with people French and Dutch, though talking English much, as leaves St. Martin in the sea. Oh, sweet St. Martin's land, so guided by beach and strand, with sailors on the sea and harbors free, where the chains of mountains green variously in sunlight sheen. Oh, I love that paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice. Oh, I love that paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice. How pretty between all green, flamboyance beaming green, of flowers red, by sunlight set, like cows and sheep and goats, in sea and harbors free, where the chains of mountains green variously in sunlight sheen. Oh, I love that paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice. Oh, I love that paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice. Saint Martin, I love thy name, in which Columbus fame and memories of old are closed. For me a great delight, thy Southern Cross the night. May God the Lord protect thy coast. Oh, sweet St. Martin's land, so bright by beach and strand, with sailors on the sea and harbors free, where the chains of mountains green variously in sunlight sheen. Oh, I love that paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice. Oh, I love thy paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice.
Thank you, and please be seated. What a paradise we live in. Our first speaker to open
Welcome
the
to Global
GEW
Entrepreneurship Week. Un
this
simang
morning
especificamente dedicado na nos empresário ng Chiki.
Our first speaker to open the GW Week this morning has walked a fine line, and I am talking about this individual being an entrepreneur. This person is none other than Mr. Stephen Martina, our Minister of Economic Development. Please put your hands together for Mr. Martina.
Welcome to Global Entrepreneurship Week. Un simang especificamente dedicado na nos empresário ng Chiki. Un simang kami na nos tabang elaborar kung ta exitoso deng e normal novo kunusta. Kasi e tema ta business as unusual. Deng e unusual aqui como ta ta exitoso toch. Como pa si uso de criatividade, inovação, digitalização. Diferente tema esse man aqui lo ser presentar e tamedor de experto ng internacional. Hasi bom uso de esse man aqui peta simang yung inspirasyon pamayanjos ke bupupisa mitong pouco mais saber kuayera. Global Entrepreneurship Week especificamente dedicado na abo papasakalo máximo forje pasombra abo empresário chiki boso te wesilomba de nos economia. Boso ta e éxito para nos recuperação econômico. Bom simang de Global Entrepreneurship Week.
Our Minister of Economics delivered a 1-2 punch. As a close community, I would like to thank each and everyone for connecting with us, be it in person or online. We are most humbled by your presence. So to introduce our next speaker, which is none other than our Commissioner, Mr. Elvis Chinaju, better known as an ex-minister of the Netherlands Antilles and an entrepreneur. With us, Commissioner Chinaju.
Good morning, bon dia all. Welcome to the Global Entrepreneurship Week. As Commissioner of Economic Affairs of Bonaire, It is such a great pleasure to open this week together with my friends and colleagues on Curacao and St. Martin. This week is every year an extraordinary week where people connect, learn, exchange ideas, and do business. This year's event is also held in exceptional times. Who could have expected around this time last year that we would face such major challenges this year? Even though we as entrepreneurs always seek solutions for challenges, I do think we also should take time to stand still and reflect on what happened over the last couple of months. We need to discuss those challenges and rethink the way we do business because we just cannot continue the same way. I say we, as I was a businessman myself for a long time and still feel and think like a businessman. Even though I'm now a commissioner, the business mentality is what we need in all sectors and levels of our society, even within the public sector. Or should I say, especially in the public sector. Over the last months, we saw our islands suffer. Many people lost their jobs and have no idea how to overcome this crisis. Let's be honest. COVID has a deep impact on all our daily lives and creates a lot of stress and uncertainties. None of us know exactly what will happen in the upcoming months and even years. I know one thing for sure though, our mindset, and especially a business mindset, will offer us all many new opportunities. We need a positive and creative mindset. We need to inspire, motivate, and stimulate each other, and we need the right skills and will to come out of this crisis stronger and better. I know we as islanders are very resilient, and over the last couple of months, we saw some great examples of the community, which is business, thinking outside of the box and resolving challenges in this COVID time. Let us use that mentality and perseverance to shape our future better, stronger, more resilient. As Abraham Lincoln once said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. To all of you today, have a fabulous Global Entrepreneurship Week, and let's rethink and create a future that together we can prosper. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner, and what a great job. There's always a first for everything. Our teams are excited and happy with the new addition to the family. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm talking about. We welcome St. Martin to the scene of GW. We are most proud to be launching with them today. Ife Badijo, welcome. May the years that you participate in GW be of inspiration to the public of St. Martin. If I did not know GEW, it would almost seem like an International Women's Week. Don't you think? Eve is known for her excellent organizational and speaking skills. To give you a more profound look, we invite Ife Badijo to give her address. Please welcome Ms. Badijo.
Welcome to Global Entrepreneurship Week 2020. 2020. My name is Ife Badajo, and I greet you from the beautiful island of St. Martin. As the GEW host of St. Martin, it is our great pleasure to join you in the official opening of GEW 2020. We are also very ecstatic to be able to collaborate closely with GEW Curacao and GEW Bonaire. We thank God for this opportunity to be able to celebrate the entrepreneur, the foundation of our economy. So during this week, we are hosting a virtual pitch competition dedicated to entrepreneurs on both St. Martin and Curacao. And you can find more information about that at GEW Curacao or GEW St. Martin, SXM. However, I want to encourage you, the entrepreneur. It is now your time, and it is definitely your turn. This time in history, there are more innovation than ever before. And I believe that we are the most creative, innovative, and resilient people on the planet. So learn, grow, connect, and thrive. Now, as the official host of Global Entrepreneurship St. Martin, it is with great honor that I introduce to you and welcome the Prime Minister of St. Martin, the Honorable Miss Silveria Jacobs.
Good day to all listeners and viewers. A warm welcome to everyone tuned in, and congratulations to the organizers of Global Entrepreneurship Week St. Martin. It has always been my great pleasure to engage in dialogue about entrepreneurship, especially with those who are and those who would like to be entrepreneurs, or what we call plainly here in St. Martin, business people. That's because as a leader of this country, I know that entrepreneurship is the backbone of any economy. I also desire to see people, especially young ones, following their dreams and pursuing entrepreneurship ventures. People with an entrepreneurial spirit can usually identify a need within our society or economy, which fosters ideas. These ideas can grow into viable businesses with the right amount of perseverance, support, and commitment. As we think about all the innovative possibilities, especially in this time, that has become necessary for doing business or simply going about our daily lives, we think about the great role entrepreneurs can play moving forward. And it goes without saying that these times, in the midst of an ongoing pandemic and global economic crisis, it has been far from business as per usual. This pandemic has propelled us right into the future. It has forced many of us to embrace change and to do a number of things in an unusual way. So it is only fitting that this Global Entrepreneurship Week is so themed Business the Unusual Way. Although all of the above is true, I have noticed that with social distancing meant to keep us apart for our own safety, this pandemic has also brought us together in many other ways. Opportunities, therefore. We have always had a globalized world, but now we realize that persons need not be in the same room or even the same country to collaborate, cooperate, and generate business. This means that for many countries, the labor market is beyond borders. And with this comes great opportunities to blend the very best of skills from all over the world and to cater to a market far beyond our tiny nation or even the region. Now, realizing that these ideas and themes that I spoke about in the beginning can go well beyond borders and the resources available to us are limitless, particularly as we shift to a more digitalized society, it is a prime time for us to learn, to act, and to succeed. As entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs to be, your ability to create a sustainable business model lies in your ability to adapt to an ever-changing world, especially in today's reality. I therefore take this time to encourage you, each and every one of you, to dream big, to conceive your ideas, to believe in yourselves, to seek like-minded individuals or groups to collaborate with globally, and to make your business plans and take the necessary steps to achieve your goal of being a successful business person, a successful entrepreneur. Happy Global Entrepreneurship Week, St. Martin, and all others celebrating within our region and the world.
Joe, a round of applause. The next speaker is someone extremely well known. Likes cooking, associate or likes going to carnival, does stuff with Seu. Do you have an idea already who I'm talking about? Drum roll. It is our Honorable Prime Minister of Curso. Put your hands together for Eugène Ruggenaat.
Curso e isla di Dutch Caribbean ainda está confrontando a crise, a pandemia de Covid-19. O ainda mundo, Curso e isla di Dutch Caribbean ainda está confrontando a crise, a pandemia de Covid-19. Crise sem precedente que a afetar seguro o empresário, o diboso. Pero meio de crise aqui, entrepreneurs, empresários não a criar esperança também. Nós mira, por exemplo, inovação. Caminho da transformação de negócio a soro, por exemplo, para restaurantes não começar delivery. A começar a usar internet, mas tanto para dar todo sorte de serviço. E também nós mira com social entrepreneurship alanta. Caminho da empresário não abini e duna contribuição voluntariamente. Por exemplo, restaurante não que estava dando comida de barrio. Outro não que ajuda o governo com automatização. Essa aqui seguro pintura para como nos futuro lutar. Pero COVID mostra nós também que tem outra consequência não que nós temos que ter conta com ele. Para sombra automatização do serviço via internet, via mobile phone, tapone o que nós chamamos de future of work, aí é mais cerca. Tanificar que nós temos um mercado laboral diferente. Caminha quizás, trabalho fijo, não nota fijo mais, pero hope de nós sermos nós expertos não, lo me servira entrepreneurs nang mes. E pensei me te querer que entrepreneurship seguro lo lusa caminha para futuro. Mas por sei ora bota papel de isla nang maneira Curso, kuta small island development states, external shocks maneira pandemia, orkan, etc. Tabini é tema de resilience. E pensei nos ta conta riba boso, entrepreneurships pabini com inovação também, pero dentro âmbito de sustainable development, desenvolvimento duradouro, circular economy e proteger nosso meio ambiente. E não mira essa aqui como donação, pero mira inversão em uma economia nova. Caminha nós também o return on investment door hinka inversão em energia renovável. Of com para transformar sushi em produto não que serve mercado. E essa aqui está sucedendo acaba. Esta sucedendo em Caribe e pensei mês, me quer felicitar e hecho que nós temos Global Entrepreneurship Week, Curso, Bonaire e St. Martin. Join me awe para celebrar entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship é espírito empresarial que traz esperança, pero também que também assim nós mais forte e resiliente para o futuro. Para bem.
Essa natural week, se nos papia over de em verdade maneira você atender over de COVID-19, shutdowns, lockdowns, também vamos desemprego, social distance e tudo isso não. Nós está contento que nós podemos abrir Global Entrepreneurship Week. Natural vamos tudo o qual não como mencionar agora, tudo coisa menos positivo. Global Entrepreneurship Week então semana positivismo, caminho nós celebrar. E me não quero assim começar de visa welcome to our friends and also fellow entrepreneurs of St. Martin. Thank you. Welcome. This is your first year together with us. Mina po kayo simbisa tambi. Welcome pa nos co-habitante ng co-isla ng di Bonaire. Welcome. Welcome. Mamira ko na nga sa buong trabaho habri Global Entrepreneurship Week na Bonaire. Welcome. Ora ko nos papia over the Global Entrepreneurship Week. Nos papia di naturalmente atividade não com a passa cuta hopi tristo porta pa hopi hende 2020 pero nós como hende não porque não para na coisa não tristo so nós me se vai dilante e vamos bisa Global Entrepreneurship Week mané nós primeiro ministro kabibisa ou de Curso kabibisa tá tem coisa não menos bom pero tem hopi coisa não hopi positivo e aí que ora aí começar ora que tá tem epidemia de COVID nós me será pensa que nós também seguir com Global Entrepreneurship Week 2020 sim ou não. Nós precisamos pensar também que conosco por assim. Então, para mim, a tecnologia ajuda-nos. Por exemplo, nós podemos abrir Global Entrepreneurship Week, apesar de tudo que não menos bom que a passa. Nós precisamos brainstorm, nós precisamos pensar ideia na novo. Conosco como Global Entrepreneurship Week, está seguir toch, apesar de tudo reto na grande que a passa durante o ano que a passa aqui. Após nós temos programa de outro, mas virtual mesmo. Comparar com o ano anterior, que nós estávamos hopi junto com o outro. Porque nós, global, está 13 gente junto. Por esse ano aqui, estava quase impossível. E nós estamos mirando toda a situação que está sucedendo agora aqui, que também vira menos possível. Por isso, nós estamos contentos. Agora que nós acercamos a St. Martin, senhora Ife Badijo, ante a vista, sim. Mita on, lo miti gana pa yuda carga e bandeira de Global Entrepreneurship Week na St. Martin. Nós estamos contentos também com na Bonaire, tanto governo de Bonaire, pero também empresário de Bonaire a join e bisa sim. Nós também que join Global Entrepreneurship Week. Na Curso, nós por visa, mesmo coisa. Caminho vamos bisa nós entrepreneurs não por aduna nós. Hope vamos a sponsorship de sem e aí aqui não me será pensa nós que ajuda global sim, pero nós mesmo está passando de crise, pois global e aí aqui lá nós vamos pensar que nós podemos mais tanto de natura. Se você subir nosso website de Global Entrepreneurship Week, eu vou mirar que nós temos mais tanto sponsor, eu vou pensar que nós está organização mais rico, pero não está assim, porque a maioria de sponsorship não está batendo sem. Nanga bini, por exemplo, que nós por arranha, por exemplo, airtime na televisão. Algum avisa, não, nós não podemos dar sem, mas nós podemos dar lugar para reunir. Nós não podemos dar sem, mas nós podemos dar gente para ajudar. E nós queremos agradecer o governo de Curso, meio, especialmente, mas também, todo outro ministério que ajuda nós, mas mesmo coisa também, setor privado. Ano passado, nós começamos com prêmio que chama Global Entrepreneurship Prize. Aí aqui nós queremos donar na uma organização, porque quizás, hope de você está tendo esse número, mas você não sabe quando ela começar. É uma organização que chama Lions Dive Hotel. Lions Dive Hotel é um hotel que 31 anos passado. Ora, nós estamos tendo mesmo uma temporada assim aqui, que o custo não estava bom no Curso. Se não conhecer Curso, por exemplo, indústria de petróleo, Shell estava tendo rol mais importante ainda, a indústria de petróleo tem rol importante de nossa economia. 31 anos passados, Lions Dive começar. De uma temporada maneira agora aqui. Passamos na avisa que parinho que só havia junto e avisa, não, nós não podemos coisa vai assim aqui. Então, junto na buta sem e na vida sócio na Lions Dive. PCP aqui, ora nós precisamos escolher negócio, que nós também está dando aliento no país. Nós escolhemos Lions Dive para dar o prêmio de Global Entrepreneurship Week 2020. Então, durante a semana aqui, nós vamos fazer a cerimônia mais melhor, mas para nós anunciar que o Lions Dive vai contar sua história também, colocar aliento para cada de nós. Banda de Lions Dive, me quer mencionar sponsor de nós. É sponsor chiquito. Pero ora me conta de com nós que mencionar seu número na Global Entrepreneurship Week, você anda compreender. Global Entrepreneurship Week, você pensa em empresa, você pensa em empresário e até governo. E aí aqui a primícia tá com um fato bom. a decidir que não, me também tem que sponsor Global Entrepreneurship Week. Passou uma Global Entrepreneurship Week, não também over de negócio só, e também over de trabalho também. Então, de facto, não a realizar esse, facto grande na Curso. Me também mencionar seu nome, me espera que tem propaganda positiva, esse está apto a decidir aqui que negócio, não é negócio só, sem entrado. Então, não a decidir que tem que ser um para sponsor nós, não sponsor nós. Então, é highlight para duas organizações, Lions Life e APFO. Welcome to the team. Ao natural, nós queremos agradecer também tudo isso não que está duro. Porque nós temos time na Curso e também time na Bonaire e time na St. Martin. Me quero agradecer a tudo para Global Entrepreneurship Week. E me quero sugerir, me quero invitar na cada para subir o website tanto de Global Entrepreneurship Week Curso e de St. Martin. Porque St. Martin é começar aqui para o meu viajar. Então, St. Martin tem pitch competition. Pitch competition caminha e final do dia 8 de dezembro. Durante a semana aqui, de Global Entrepreneurship Week, nós temos diferentes atividades, bootcamp, que participar no pitch competition. Então, me pode dizer que o pitch competition aqui, para tanto empresário de Curso, como empresário de St. Martin. Me quero que outro ano nós incluir Bonaire também, adem. Para aqui está St. Martin com Curso. Caminha a Câmara de Comércio de todos os países da cooperar e Banco Central de Antillas, Banco Central de Curso e de St. Martin. Me quero invitar cada para subir no website www.curso.com. Paso inanan, lobo mira, toda atividade que nós temos durante a semana. E me que bisa highlight de semana, lota, caminha nós lohanha, diferente orador internacional. Essa é a razão. Pero tem não tanto atividade, e nós lo temos já domingo, mesmo que nós temos ayer, e pida de comediante, já domingo agora, nós lo temos, vamos a Orange to Gold. A caminha tu nos artista não vai cantar, nós lo temos artista de Bonaire, de Isla Riba, e hasta de Holanda e de Curso participando. Então, me quero uma invitação para esse. Pero nós vamos começar caminho. Mas bisa que 2020 estão aí, nós não duvidar para coisas menos bom que as sociedade, pero me quero para nós recordar 2020 também para toda coisa positiva, coisa inovativa que nós vai fazer. E de nanta, uma celebração que nós temos aqui está com Fundação Negócio Pequena, que tem licença para Global Entrepreneurship Week, tem 20 anos, cumpre 20 anos e aqui, desta coisa positiva. Então, me que vai mostrar, me que para nós vai mirar, vamos fazer compilação de 20 anos de Fundação Negócio Pequena. Me espera, a compilação de uma ideia que está possível e que porta no futuro. Me espera tanto Bonaire como St. Martin, surpassar o que Curso logra até agora aqui, mas essa é a ideia. Agora nos ajuda, agora nos cooperar e nos compartilhar, não me subirá mais mesmo. Nós espera que St. Martin, que Bonaire, isso não, que vai competir com o Curso, hobby mais grande no futuro, organizando a Global Entrepreneurship Week, hobby mais grande que o Curso. Então, agora me quero invitar para vídeo tocante de Fundação Negócio Pequena, caminha turcos a começar, 20 anos a passar. Welcome back. Tabata historic lane di Fundação Negócio Pequena. Pero for di Fundação Negócio Pequena sa di Global Entrepreneurship Week. Tanto na Curso, Bonaire e na St. Martin. Nós espera o pronto na outra isla nan também. Para mim é um prazer agora aqui para nós vai vídeo de nosso Goodwill Ambassador. Nosso Goodwill Ambassador de Global Entrepreneurship Week. Kuta Jeff Hoffman. Jeff Hoffman estava gente o Atlanta Priceline, Booking.com, pero toch é conexão que nós temos com Jeff Hoffman, apone, que cada vez de novo, ora nos acerque para fazer algo para Global Entrepreneurship Week, sempre vai etabisa, sim. E não somente ele é keynote speaker, obviamente, cerca de nós, pero ele está também um orador durante esse ano de Global Entrepreneurship Week. Caminho nós vai papia over de inversão de país, inversão de negócio e inversão de gente. Esse é o sucede e ora esse man aqui já são agora. Então me evita tu rende para já são agora, senão que tem mais de Jeff Hoffman, pero também é parte de inversão de país na maneira nós, inversão de negócio, inversão de gente, capital humano, seguro, não me que evita cada para já são agora subir nosso website, subir nosso Facebook page para não também porta conectar com Jeff Hoffman. Nós vai agora para apresentar o vídeo de Jeff Hoffman, caminheta 13, su keynote speak é keynote speaker para nós ave. Então, mais danke, e me passa a palavra para Jeff Hoffman.
Hi, I'm Jeff Hoffman, chairman of the Global Entrepreneurship Network and a proud global ambassador to the islands. In fact, I wish I was there with you today, but I'll have to do this virtually for now. So I want to talk about entrepreneurship and the opportunity for entrepreneurs during the time of this COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic threw the world into chaos and disruption. Our lives were disrupted and much chaos ensued because nobody was prepared for this and nobody knew what to do. For most people, chaos and disruption are a panic. But for entrepreneurs, chaos and disruption are literally our alarm clocks. As soon as something chaotic happens or the world is disrupted, that levels the playing field again. It creates brand new opportunities for innovators. The entrepreneurs, the innovators are the first ones that wake up in the morning when something disruptive has happened and said, okay, what just changed in the world around me? What new things does the world around me need? And what could I do today that I didn't even think about yesterday? So despite all the obvious negatives and the bad part of this pandemic, there is a good thing that happened too, which is this creation of new opportunities. So let's look at that a little bit for our entrepreneurs. Part of the DNA of an entrepreneur is resilience. It's your ability to constantly pivot and adjust with whatever is happening in the world around you. The reason that entrepreneurs are such efficient creators of innovation and economies and new jobs, et cetera, is because they're agile. Large companies and governments just simply can't move that quickly, but entrepreneurs have to move that quickly. When we wake up in the morning, we don't eat unless we figure out some way we can create value in the world, some product we can create that somebody would want to buy. So since we're so agile and efficient, we, the entrepreneurs, are the ones that have to respond when the world changes around us. COVID changed many major parts of our life that create brand new business opportunities for the innovative entrepreneurs. So let's just look at a few of them. One example is what we're doing right now, which is virtual work from home. In fact, I actually saw a tweet the other day where somebody tweeted to their friend WYD, meaning what are you doing? And the friend tweeted back WFH, which means working from home. That wasn't even a thing just months ago, but now people know that working from home is a thing. All of our workplaces, we all got sent home. We were in offices all over the world working, and we knew how to run our business that way. But suddenly, overnight, we had to send millions of employees home. And the work world suddenly realized that they weren't equipped to do this. There weren't enough tools to efficiently manage a workforce, to manage assignments, to conduct meetings, to run a business using virtual online collaboration. We weren't ready and the tools weren't there. Entrepreneurs are the ones that say, wow, this is an opportunity for me to pivot and maybe start creating the future of work. So there will be entirely new products and companies launched that will build the future of work that no one was really thinking about prior to the pandemic the way they are now. That is working from home. The future of work is a massive global opportunity for innovative entrepreneurs. Similarly, let's look at education. At school, overnight, school children all over the world were sent home. Schools, many schools in the world did not have online classes. They did not have virtual learning or virtual education. Not only did the schools not have the tool that they needed, but teachers. I'm hearing from teachers that are telling me all over the world, they're saying this. They're saying, I don't know how to teach online and virtually. Are there tools? Is there an app I could use to become a better virtual teacher? Somebody should be building those apps right now to train teachers around the world. More tools for the school. One of the things that a lot of the schools and teachers are telling me is, I don't know how to maintain the social interaction with students that I used to have when they were in school. What's interesting about that is that's exactly what CEOs of companies told me. Is there a way to maintain the culture of our company, the social aspect of being at work when everybody's online instead of at work? And people were asking me, do you know of any games or apps or tools that help you create a social environment and interact with people, workers at home or students at home? I hope some of you that are listening right now are out there creating a generation of social interaction tools that keep students and teachers connected and workers and management or other workers connected besides just the school assignment or the work assignment. So parents have said to me, how do I participate in virtual education? Are there tools I should use? And of course, students have started to say, wait a minute, virtual online learning is pretty good. Students that have never done anything but a classroom before, and they're saying, what else is there? Is there peer-to-peer learning tools? Could other students be helping me online? Is there other ways to access information besides sitting in the classroom? Because they never thought of it before because they didn't have to. So now we have the future of work and the future of education, massive global industries that need entrepreneurs to come up with new solutions. I'll give you a third one, which is healthcare, telemedicine. We hit a point where people were not able to go to the hospital or the doctor because of COVID, or because they were sick or unsure. And all of a sudden, the medical industries, we've been talking for years about telemedicine and online medicine. And it was only recently, in fact, my own doctor gave me a call, excuse me, not that long ago. And he said, Jeff, I can't believe at my age, he said, I'm doing my first virtual patient visit ever. And when he did a Zoom call with a patient, he called me back and he said, I just realized something. In the medical industry, doctors and hospitals and clinics were limited by geography. You have to come to my office or come to the clinic, so you must live near it. But he said, if I can treat patients to some degree online or diagnose them, then I can talk to patients all over the country. They don't have to be near me anymore. I could really grow my business, but I don't really know how to do that or what the tools are. So telemedicine, the entire healthcare industry doing a better job of going online, is another opportunity. When we look along those lines, all of a sudden, delivery services. Let's take wherever you live, the little restaurants around you. The little restaurants, most of them, they didn't have a website. They didn't have, if they did, they didn't have online ordering and they didn't deliver. So I know some entrepreneurs that suddenly went to all the restaurants around them and they said, we will create online ordering for you and we will set up delivery services for you. So every product that we used to physically go buy, that the COVID pandemic prevented us from physically going to that store or that restaurant, needed to suddenly become an e-commerce product. So the next generation of e-commerce is being launched in countries that were way behind that had no choice. So these are all opportunities for entrepreneurs in a new world to pursue new business opportunities. Again, disruption and chaos create opportunity. Entrepreneurs need to be resilient and innovative and say, how did the world around me change? What are the new needs of the quote new normal? And how can I be part of that future? I think it's a very exciting time because the playing field was level. All of a sudden, nobody had tools for these things. So you're in the game, even if you haven't started yet, because nobody else had either. Great opportunity. Along those lines, I want to talk about collaboration. This is also a time where we need to work together in every country to help each other and to help each other through this pandemic. But there's a really cool aspect to collaboration, which was once we all got online and started doing Zoom calls and other kinds of online and virtual collaboration, we discovered that we used to only work with the people physically in our office, which meant they lived around us. When we got online, we discovered, just like I'm doing with you now, that we could access talent and resources and employees all over the world. So suddenly, what you should be considering is, could I collaborate with other innovators, with other startups, with other companies, and even customers in other geographies that I didn't think about before? Because before, I was in a bricks and mortar physical world. In an online world, we can do business together. So I've been on calls where I've had people from South America, from the Caribbean, from Africa, from North America, all talking and suddenly realizing they could form a team and they could work together in daily online collaboration across oceans. So collaboration is critically important, and therefore relationship building. You as an entrepreneur, really as any career, whether you're in government, large corporate, or a small business, in academia, whatever business you're in, the success of your career is very dependent upon the strength of your network. And the strength of your network is dependent upon the effort you put into creating and managing, nurturing relationships. So in this time of online collaboration, of the pandemic, we're not physically having lunch or coffee with the people we used to see all the time. You're seeing them less, which is not good for your relationships. So you need to take advantage of this technology, and you need to continue to manage relationships. Reach out to the people you already know, do a Zoom call with them, smile, say hello, check into how they're doing, how their family's doing, connect with people, and create new relationships online by reaching out to people that you could never talk to before because you never flew to their country or their city or their island. And now suddenly you can connect online like this and build a relationship. Cultivate relationships, nurture your relationships, find people to collaborate with, and use that collaboration to create brand new products in this new world, this new normal that's going to exist. We're never going back post-COVID to the way we were. Many companies will start using virtual employees that never even considered it before. Many schools that never had online education will start offering it before. Many clinics and hospitals that never offered telemedicine will have it. So we're not going back to the old way, we're going into the new way, and entrepreneurs will be the ones leading that charge. However, and this is the last piece I want to talk about today, they can't do it alone. We, the entrepreneurs, have to work with our governments, local and federal governments, to achieve this. So I want to take this last minute to talk about the role of government in these collaborations. We also need to collaborate. In order for entrepreneurs to succeed, we need infrastructure. Everything from broadband to 5G to high-speed internet to physical office space to work in. There are so many things, to regulations that make it easier to start a business, to frequently things like better financial terms or tax credits for investors that invest in early entrepreneurs. The government plays a very significant role in the success of entrepreneurship. Like I said, we need you to help make it easy for us to start businesses, easier for us to run business, easier for investors and more enticing to invest in us, make it easier for us to move businesses to the islands, right? Instead of having entrepreneurs go create their offices somewhere else because it was easier to do business there. And as I said, to continue to invest in infrastructure like 5G, like broadband, like Wi-Fi across the islands so that we eliminate the digital divide, so that everybody in the islands that has a good idea can turn a good idea into a good business. Because the reason that certain areas like the United States, where I'm from, tend to create more businesses on a regular basis is not because the people are smarter or the ideas are better. It's simply because we have the resources. Intelligence is spread equally across the world. Opportunity is not. Resources is not. The government's role is to help create and provide those resources so that the very, very intelligent, innovative people in the islands that have ideas but no ability to launch them have the resources they need to launch the world's next great companies. And I work with lots of entrepreneurs in the island. I work with lots of entrepreneurs in Curacao and Bonaire, etc. And there are some amazing, passionate, driven, intelligent people that care about the islands and care about the world around them, want to make it a better place. What we all need to do is do everything we can to make sure they have the chance to do that. That is why the Global Entrepreneurship Network exists, and that is why we are proud to host Global Entrepreneurship Week. Thank you guys so much for having this event, and good luck to everybody. Thanks.
Our final item on our program will be a song entitled I Believe. I Believe will be sung by Deborah Gomez. And Deborah Gomez, you may know her from the one that won Un Canto pa Curso. So we invite Deborah Gomez to sing I Believe for us. Please listen as she sings.
Vida, mírate, estrellalo allá. Mas soña
Okay, I hope you were enjoying our program. To give you some highlights from the GW Week from Bonaire, on Wednesday we will have our international webinar, and that will be live. And the webinar would be about speakers that cater to entrepreneurs. So this will be an event specifically for all entrepreneurs and those that are interested in becoming an entrepreneur. So Wednesday's the moment that I think that you would like. On the Tuesday afternoon or evening, we will have our sport Walk Your Talk boot camp. I think that's also something nice to do. And then we'll be able to sport with each other by RBC. And it will be local and social distance. So let's get out the machine and start to do our exercises so we can look nice, because things are cooling down a bit in Bonaire. On the Saturday evening, we have the event you have come to like. Normally we call it a closing event, but this time we renamed it and called it a Fundraising VIP Dinner. Yeah, so we hope you can be there. We have space for about 20 people. If we have a lot of people willing to attend, we'll try and see how we can accommodate you. But right now, the space is limited. So first come, first served, 20 people, Saturday night at Marriott Hotel. On Sunday, we will close with our event just like we opened, and that will be Orange to Gold. And what my colleague in Curso, our president, said, it will be from 2 o'clock, and we'll have all the artists that are local, that made it big in the music business. They're having a very difficult time with the COVID. Artists, comedians, people that in our culture that we say, quit job, well, they're having a very, very keen situation that sometimes passes us by. So it's good that we try in a Global Entrepreneurship Week to stop and take a look and focus on them and help make their situation better. So Orange to Gold is a mini concert / panel where the artists can tell you what they're doing, how, and why. Okay, so in closing, permit me to tell you that all dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. For me, it was a privilege to be your moderator for today. And I thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the Global Entrepreneurship Week.